Friends, today is Tuesday, July 9, 2024. Yesterday we looked at some scriptures that were dealt with on July 7th and July 8th. And today we're going to move along into Leviticus 19, 9, and 10, and 33 and 34. And we're going to see that the Israelites were given a special freedom to connect with God and reflect His will. And this included social relationships, what you might call justice questions that arise in our social relationships and in our economic activity. So let's listen for the word of the Lord. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap to the very edges of your field or gather the gleanings of your harvest. You shall not strip your vineyard bare or gather the fallen grapes of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the alien. I am the Lord your God. And then verse 33 picks up this theme of the alien again. When an alien resides with you in your land, you shall not oppress the alien. The alien who resides with you shall be to you as the native born among you. You shall love the alien as yourself, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Well, I love these two instructions. One is really to farmers. Of course, most people were farmers. This was an agrarian society. 90% of people probably worked on the land. And farmers were told not to harvest their fields completely, but to leave some of the good harvest at the edges of the field unharvested and unsold. So they were going to reduce their profits so that those who otherwise might starve would be sustained. Profit and success were to be, in other words, harnessed to benefit the most vulnerable. And this turned farmers, isn't it wonderful, into benefactors, philanthropists. Similarly, the distinctiveness of God's people didn't imply a lack of concern for non-Israelites. This is important. So it's easy, and it was a mistake Israel fell into at many points. Their distinctive call, the gift of being chosen among all the peoples of God that made them distinctive, does not imply that people outside of that gift, others, are not important, are not valuable. Limited separation was not meant to mean neglect or disdain. Resident aliens were to be cared for as well. Sometimes these categories would overlap, the resident alien or the immigrant and the foreign and the poor. Often people who emigrated would become poor. They didn't have much wealth to begin with, and they were indigent and often looking for work. Israelites were called to connect with these folks, to think about them, even when they're working in their fields, to be aware of those who had needs, and create with them relationships of love and care. I wonder how you think these principles apply today. Let's take a moment and pray. Lord God, make us mindful of those who struggle to integrate or survive. Help us to be benefactors who reach out to others. In your name.